So we're finally here. Matt Reeves has finally handed the Batman Part 2 script. Yes, it is official. Yes, it is true. The pictures are all here. They have finally posted it on social media, and after so many delays, after so much months and years, we finally do have a step towards the right direction. James Gunn is fully committed on making Matt Reeves produce his movie, and that is, once again, the Batman Part 2. It is for sure a highly anticipated sequel, something that DC fans have been craving for in the past 2 to 3 years. The last time we saw the appearance of the Batman was in January 2022. We're halfway through 2025, so it has been 3 years and a half, going on to 4. And throughout the past 3.5 years, we had to suffer through so much midness. I'm talking about Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, Ironheart, Captain America Brave New World, all of these mid projects that us comic book fans were dying for it to be good. All of this has been mid. Now bring me the big man, bring me the Batman. Because for us DC fans, to be specific, the ship is now sailing, everything is becoming official, we're starting to eat good. We have heard multiple rumors and reports about Superman being amazing, and now we have the Batman news. Like, bro, what a time to be alive. What a time to finally hear that the script is ready. Now, I do want to talk about different things in this video. For example, who are going to be the main villains for the second movie? Like, bro, I understand that in the first movie, we had like, what, 3 to 4? And I'm pretty sure that we're going to be having the exact same type of formula going into the second movie, because in the first movie, we had the Penguin, we had the Riddler, Mr. Falcone. So going into the second one, like, who in the hell is going to be there? And let me tell you, I think that Matt Reeves has given us some hints back in that movie. For example, the Riddler's card shows an owl saying who, which is a nod to the Court of Owls. Maybe they are going to be one of the villains. There were even some hints in the Penguin series through like some curtains or something like that. Like, I saw like some images of the owls, right? Once again, teasing us of what's to come. Maybe we can also see Hush. This one is like so clear, as we saw his name in the first movie on TV. Even Matt Reeves openly discussed the character of Hush, and he said that he's interested. He said, and I quote, "I think Hush is a really interesting one to do, so most likely we can see him in the movie." And then maybe, and lastly, Mr. Freeze. It has been said that part 2 is going to be set in the winter, and knowing that there has been this huge flood with so much water left over in the town, in the city, that is a perfect setup to introduce Mr. Freeze, because you could just turn that water into ice or whatever, the whole freaking city turns into Iceland. And stepping aside from the villains, right, I'm also going to be very interested to see just how it's going to look like in Gotham post-flood in the winter. Like, how is that going to look? What are the ramifications? How are people going to be tackling those type of problems and this situation? Because maybe we could see the rich rebuild their own areas, and the poor zones, they stay flooded. They don't even work on those zones. They just say whatever, it's flooded, it's done, and it gets iced up. How is the Batman going to adapt himself to this new city where there is just so much water, so much ice? He's going to need new gear. The Batwings, for example. Finally, maybe he can use the Batwings to fly through the city instead of going through all that ice. And holy crap, bro, like, I just clocked this in. I remember back when I saw the finale of the Penguin, I'm like, bro, the fact that you killed Victor, the one man that was helping you through your whole journey in the series, you killed him at the end. I'm like, bro, this whole thing is brilliant. It made me mad, but I think that was the point. That is what the directors and the writers wanted. They wanted us to be mad, to come in with a lot of beef as we go into the Batman Part 2, because the one thing that we all want to see is for the freaking Batman to take down the Penguin and saying, you are a piece of shit for killing that person. You killed Victor, and now you must pay the price. We all want that. That moment really made us hate the Penguin. And holy crap, like, I'm telling you guys, he is going to be making that second appearance in the second movie. He will be there. People love the Penguin as a character. We know and we understand that in that scene, in that specific moment, in the finale, it made us hate the character. But we have that hate and love relationship mainly because the story was so well thought out. But I can't wait to see that get paid off in the second movie. We want to see that. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, the production calendar of Robert Pattinson, right? Because Robert Pattinson is a very busy man right now. He's currently in a film called The Odyssey that is directed by Christopher Nolan. Very important for him and his career. Not the first time, by the way, by working under Christopher Nolan. He was also in Tenet, but that's besides the point. He's very busy, and they're going to be filming for another maybe month and a half, and they have been filming since the beginning of February of this year. They're shooting in Morocco, and Greece, and Italy, and LA, and the UK, and Scotland, and Ireland. He's very busy. After that, he is going to be in Dune Messiah. At least it has been rumored, but he will be there. And if he is there, they're going to be aiming to film Dune Messiah in the summer of 2025. So most likely around the end of July, in the beginning of August. So yet again, he's going to be busy filming for that movie. Then, after he's done filming Dune Messiah, maybe by the end of November to the beginning of December, then he's going to start working and shifting his full attention towards the big movie, which is the Batman Part 2, because it is expected for the Batman Part 2 to start production and to start filming in early 2026. You see how everything does plan out so perfectly in terms of Robert Pattinson's schedule and what movies need to be filmed for what date. This ultimately would allow for Pattinson to finish the 2 movies, the Odyssey and Dune Messiah, and then go on and film The Batman Part 2 in early 2026 and hit the release date of October 2027. Another point that I want to talk about, I know that many of you guys have been craving to see Robert Pattinson's Batman to go with David Cornsweat's Superman. I know it is a dream. We all want to see this. I mean, maybe you are one of those people that do not want to see that, but for the majority, I'm one of them. I want to see them go together. But it's not going to happen. James Gunn has made it very clear that they plan on making and introducing a brand new Batman. This is still going to be considered as DC's Elseworlds plan, right? So this whole Batman saga, it's under the Elseworlds label. James Gunn has specifically stated, alongside with Safran, right? This is the whole general idea with DC, is that they're currently creating the character of the Batman for the Brave and the Bold project, and they're trying to find a way in. They're trying to find a way for this version of Batman under the DCU to be different compared to like any other Batman that we have seen before. They're working on that. And so the fact that they're working on building a brand new Batman outside of Robert Pattinson's The Batman, it goes to show that this version, Pattinson's Batman, is not going to be in the DCU. I mean, we'll wait and see, because I still have that slight optimism in me that all of this might be connected secretly because of this whole pocket dimension thing that is going to be referenced in the Superman movie. But that's besides the point. All in all, they're keeping these things separate because they're different styles, very much different stories, and we'll see how they do handle this whole thing without like really conflating this whole situation of having 2 Batmans. I do have a strong feeling that The Batman Part 2 is going to be a really good movie, because if you're going to be taking 3.5 years to complete your script, it is because you have been thinking about it for a long time, and in the end, it's going to be a world-class script. Look, you guys are going to probably say, no, you're wrong, Kevin. I think that, Matt Reeves probably just thought about the script like a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years ago, but not right after The Batman Part 1. No, I don't think so. I think that as a director, when you see your movie doing so well, when you see your movie being well received by all fans, making all this money, making 700 million plus, you're going to be thinking in some way, how are you going to further this story? How are you going to make a second movie? He has been thinking about this, regardless whether you think that he has been thinking about this only for the past year and a half. He has been thinking about this since day one after The Batman Part 1 left theaters. He has thought about it, and he has thought about it long and hard every day, and we finally have it after 3 years and a half. I think that this movie is going to be world class. It's going to be amazing, and the people are going to be ready. James Gunn backs Matt Reeves fully. He said that for us, like the audience, right, to get off of Matt's nuts and let him write at his own pace, because James Gunn believes that Matt Reeves has something truly special here. James Gunn also stated that, moving on from here, now knowing that this whole thing is new, right, to create the DCU, there are special instructions now compared to how Matt Reeves had it before James Gunn, but there are special instructions. James Gunn is very strict on having good scripts, quality scripts, and scripts that need to be good in order for them to proceed to make a movie. James Gunn has said that he blames rushed scripts for bad movies and wants quality first. After that, then he'll greenlight it. And this does align greatly with what Matt Reeves does in his career. He takes his time. He does not want to give out a bad script and make the movie. That is not going to exist. And I hope that in the movie as well, maybe we can get an explanation on where Robert Pattinson's Batman has been during the Penguin events. Remember, we had those conversations before during the series as we were going through the season on how, like, okay, if this is happening, if there's like a big explosion in the middle of the city, where the hell is the Batman? Like, what the heck is going on? I hope that we get those types of conversations in the second movie, because this film is going to take place right after the Penguin series, and he just has to know something about it. The Batman has to know that the Penguin has rised to become the main crime boss in the city of Gotham. Bro, that has to be greatly addressed. That is a big deal. And now that I think about it, like, how many villains is there actually going to be in the second movie? We have just talked about it and theorized how we're going to see Hush, maybe Mr. Freeze, maybe the Court of Owls, and you're telling me also the Penguin? And so that is it. Like, we're eating good. For us DC fans, comic book fans, we're eating good. It is amazing. The script is handed. Reeves is going to be juggling with different villains. I don't know what's in that script. I would love to know. Maybe in about 5 months, we can have a general idea on who our antagonist is, but nothing more from there. This is definitely going to be a Elseworlds project. Matt Reeves can be as creative as he does want. He doesn't have to work within certain boundaries that the DCU has been creating. That's going to be starting with Superman and nothing more. I expect an amazing film. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.